but we do not stand alone.
And
because
I am
we've
Linda
got,
Knight.
yeah, you ain't even let me get you all teed up.
No, you taking too long.
I was gonna get it teed up.
Go ahead, tee me up. Go ahead.
All right, and we got Polly B, as well as we encourage right here with Genia Woods, but these apples don't fall far from the tree. I just let you know I'm sitting next to a mighty oak, a strong rooted. See what happened when you went
by the river.
I'm just saying, a strong rooted, deeply rooted foundation,
Bamboo.
that lives by a river of living water.
Yes.
Who feeds from the fruits of her loins, being able to implant and impart and embrace and inspire all of those that are around her. We have none other. Shabada.
Shout it.
The offsprings are here, but they come with the queen, Miss
Linda Knight.
Hey.
Knight, a.k.a. Queen, which I can make every move. And it's not a problem on the board. If you know how to play chess, you know what I'm saying.
Okay, that's right. That's right. Queen making every move. Well, we are so glad to have you.
I'm glad to
We've had the opportunity to be delighted and entertained and enlightened by your babies.
Thank you.
Your girls. But now comes the real wisdom.
Yes.
Oh.
Now we come to sit at your feet so that we can sup from your table of knowledge.
Oh, you're too kind.
Share with us, oh wise and noble queen. What will you have us to learn today?
Yes.
Okay, today I would like to talk about children, family, spouse, mates, all of those good things.
Let's start with the spouse,
Yeah, 'cause I
because
have
without
a
the spouse, we don't have the kids.
That's right.
At least it shouldn't be. So we're gonna start in the order in which God created.
All right. Okay.
I have a question. Me being single and I ain't never had a spouse before. I'm just otherwise I need some motherly wisdom right now. How did your spouse find you?
Ooh.
Oh my!
Swipe left.
I hate to say this, but WBAV singles line.
Oh wow! I was
real.
joking.
Right.
But okay. All right.
BAV.
Singles line.
What BAV stand for? We black and valuable.
Oh, I guess that'll work.
That'll work.
I'll take that.
Nice. Okay.
Yes, we met about
online
17
dating.
years ago. 18. It's
18.
about to be 18 years ago. And
They had online dating that far.
yes, you put the profile in, and when you put your profile in, and then I put my profile in, and Tasha, Polly B, she kept getting a phone call and said it was from a guy named Virgil. And I was interested because his name was Virgil.
Okay.
So the name Virgil sort of struck something within you.
Because there's not too many of them.
Virgils.
Right.
Except for
And if
one on the heat
anybody-
of the night.
I'm gonna say if anybody said I seen
Virgil
Virgil, you know that was your Virgil if they was talking about
Yes,
Virgil.
yes.
In that neck of the
So
woods.
we met.
So how did the first meeting go?
Well, he had to pay $29.95 to get my phone number.
So he invested right
Yes,
off
he
the
invested.
top.
You were speaking
Okay.
about, like that ROI.
Yes.
So he invested, and the $29.95, and then after we met, we talked on the phone, and then we met at a open location where we all could be there, and somebody could be around because you don't know who you could trust and all.
right.
And I took all of my children with me.
Yes, she did.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I like it. And you stuck around too.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all. And look, she's like, we get out this car. Don't you ask for nothing? Cost more than $20. Don't you act like I ain't taught you nothing. Don't be loud.
Yes.
Sit there. Yes, sir. No, sir. You better.
What you said.
So how did the first meeting go?
Well, my son played a very important role in it because he was he felt like he was my bodyguard.
Okay.
And he still feel that way now.
Okay.
And he just told me, after we talked and we met there at Rooms to Go, and all the children saw him, he said, be looking for, I look like a white man. And I said, okay. I said, do you have bow legs? That's all I want to know.
Okay.
He said,
straight to the
yes.
point.
When he came in, I saw the bow legs. I
Go,
said,
Daddy.
yes.
Bow Nation.
Yep.
Oh, no. That's the symbol. Okay.
So,
Represent.
and after we met,
Legs.
Yes.
we talked on the phone for a while. We didn't hang out or nothing that day. We just went back home and we talked on the phone for about 2 weeks or so, something like that. And then we had our first date.
Okay. Now, how did the first date go?
Wait, before you go into the first date, this right here is where the lesson comes in at.
Right.
Everybody's so hasty. Everybody's so thirsty. Everybody's so quick to swipe right, swipe left, whatever, go out, go to bed. Like, even if you get something to eat, take your time. The relationships aren't working because you're going by what you see and not by what you know.
Right.
That right there shows the maturity of the relationship and the intention right off the bat.
Yes.
Literally the intention.
yes.
Right off the bat. If I ain't trying to, boo you up already and, take you out and get you, let's, you can go back to my place, I got a new flat screen. And all of that, literally, that right there is a maturity that needs to be taught. So ladies,
Exactly.
take your time.
Take your
And
time.
you end up with your heart
your
broken
time.
because you ignored all the signs.
Right.
You were so hasty, that FOMO, fear of missing out. Like he looked good, he got bow legs, and then
That's it.
turn right into the very next thing.
That's what
Okay.
it is. So,
First
first
date.
date.
And so then another thing, what you said, his name stayed Virgil the whole time. I think ladies make a mistake and start calling him my baby.
Hey, babe.
Hey,
Babe, boo, honey.
right.
I was Linda. He was Virgil. That was through the whole time. And then we went on a date, and my children, they had a date, and we all went together.
So the children came on the first date.
Yes.
Yes.
On the
But
first
set the standards right then and right there.
Yes, because
Right
I
up
told him
front.
these are the things that you need to say. I said I take care of my mother. When she called, I'm gone.
Right.
Because my dad was
Priority.
deceased at the time. So I said I take care of my mom. And I mean that's just you have to
Take it
just
or
take
leave it.
your responsibilities right then.
Right.
And I gave it to him. He told me he worked all the time and. We shared those things that you're gonna have to deal with.
Right up front.
And then that's your chance again. If you don't like it, go. If you do, then stay and wait for the next episode to see what else is going to happen. And so then the next time came, we went on I think we went out by ourselves, and he said that he wanted to meet me at the Universal Park. And I said, okay. And I'm a seamstress too, so I made this dress and had a split up the thigh, and it kind of waved in the wind and all of that.
You knew
it
what
was
you was
burgundy too.
doing.
Yes.
Okay.
Go on.
So then we got there. He showed up with the long stem flowers, roses. He did not know I do not like red roses. And he had all color roses in there. They were peach, yellow.
Nice.
They were all beautiful, just gorgeous. And he handed them to me and said, would you marry me? You're going to be my wife.
After how long?
Go ahead now.
Go,
Come on
Bobby.
now.
After how long? How
It
many-
wasn't about maybe 6 weeks. Was it about a month or two, something like that?
And y'all been married how long now?
Going on 18 years.
You give me
18
hope
years.
for online dating.
I'm just
hesitant to
saying.
start a profile.
No.
I'm gonna try it.
Me too.
I'm gonna try it.
I forgot about it.
I've done some online dating before as well.
How was your
and
experience?
it was pros and cons.
I've never done it, so I'm
I did.
happy to get people's perspective.
My siblings, my sisters, because I was married once before.
Okay.
But I intentionally stayed single to kind of recalibrate. After I wasn't trying to get back into a relationship. And so my baby sister was like, you should try a Christian mingle or whatever. Let me tell you, that's where all the freaks hang out. Don't do Christian mingle. I'm just going to tell you. It's just a name. It's just a name. But I remember two particular ones. One was polite. We, just went the messaging thing back and forth for a while. And then when we finally had our first phone conversation, we talked for about a week or two because I was never the accelerant one either. And we met. I did not get the message where we were meeting at a sushi spot in a shopping center. So again, public place. And I just remember going out, had on a cute little dress and stuff. You know, not overdressed, not underdressed, just you know, flat rate. And he was like, "Oh, you didn't get the message?" And I was like, "No, what was wrong?" He was like, "I told you to wear something we could go riding in." He had a motorcycle, so we had sushi, and I was like, hiked my little skirt up and, you know, jumped on the bike and we went riding. And for me, I was like, this is really exciting. You know, like, he's mature, he's a man, he's not a boy. Like, good conversation, good energy. And when we got back to this place, we literally just kind of made like a loop. When we got back to the restaurant parking lot, because our date was longer, and literally I had put a time limit. I was like, look, I got to be back by 8. Not that I had to, I just wanted to. I just don't want to be thirsty. And when we got back, he started pacing. He was like, I have to tell you something. I was like, you know, well, what's up? He was like, you know, I've done this online dating stuff. And first of all, people don't never look like they picture. And they're not, you know, the people that they say they are or whatever. He was like, but you are everything that you posted. And I was like, is that good or bad? He was like, it's good, but I have to tell you something. This dude proceeded to tell me his wife had congenital heart failure and was in a hospital, and he was married, and she wanted him to date before she died and all this other stuff. I was like, and on that note, have a good night. Like, literally, I asked, your profile says you're single. When I see you, I ask you, are you married? Does somebody think they're in a relationship with you? Remember, we talked about that before. Like, is there someone else? Is
some
there
people
whatever?
think they be in a relationship and it's not because you make it look
He say no. He say no, but you calling her every day or whatever. So that was the first. I respected him only because he came forth immediately. Within that time frame. Had I not even set myself up and said, you know, by 8 o'clock, we met at 6, 2 hours, that's enough time to eat, get to know each other, like, I was good with that. The second online dating experience, that one was hilarious.
What happened?
That was probably one of the best experiences. It didn't work, but it was a ride. I had been on life support. I had actually come out of a coma.
Oh, wow.
And my sister is the custodian of all of my assets, my baby sister. So she has all my passwords, my phone thing, anything happens to me. I had this website, this profile thing set up, and I had not responded since, like, the bad one. And it was like 100 taps or interest or whatever. So when I come out, you know, she's like, oh, you know, you should talk to one. And I'm the type of person where I'm like, you know, thank you, but regretfully, I didn't just say no. I didn't want to destroy somebody. I don't know what you're going through. So I'm like, I appreciate it, but at this time, it's not a good time for me. Whatever. Got to this one. He was a Canadian. He lived in Canada. And I sent my respectfully thank you, but no thank you. And he sent back immediately, like he was sitting there. It was like, wait. And I was like, oh, because I don't typically get a response. We ended up conversating, and for about 3 months, we ended up meeting.
Wow.
We met at the Army-Navy football game. That was our first meetup. My friends went with me. We always did it, so got a ticket. He came, met him. That was cool. We met in Syracuse. Like, we always met somewhere with his friends and stuff, you know, so we were able to meet each other. After a while, it got really serious, and he shared with me, I've got kids, I got this, his whole story and everything else. I prayed, I fasted. I was like, God, if it's not for me, like, make it plain, make it plain. We were never intimate. We were never, you know, anything. We were intentionally looking to see where our relationship would go. Finally, I decided, he was like, I want you to come and stay at my place, you know, for 2 weeks. So, okay. Told my family and everything. You know, Mama anointed me with oil and all that other stuff, and call me when you get there and everything. When I got there, y'all, this man had a poverty mentality. A poverty mentality. He had a very nice home, but he was a single dad with 3 kids, and all the kids were, the youngest was 14. So he had already shared with me, you know, what the challenges were with being a single dad. And he was a chiropractor, had his own place and stuff. So full-time working, but trying to be there, can't do the schoolwork. So I came in with a rescue ranger mentality.
Wow.
But I asked, what can I help you with? I didn't just volunteer, but literally doing all that. Long and short of it, we had separate rooms. The kids loved me. Dinner was great. I brought games to try to help incorporate family time, and I wanted things that when I wasn't there, they could still do. But y'all, why? When I got ready to go to bed, this is where we broke. I got ready to go to bed, and he was like, "Okay, everybody, come and get your water bottle." And I keep water by my bedside, so I'm going to get a water bottle. Why this man had boiled some water and put it in an old orange juice jug? And I was like, "What's this for?" He's like, "Rub it across your sheets, because when the heat go off at night, it get cold." We're in Canada in the winter, 14 below, and he would not keep the heater on. So I got a burn to this day where that water jug hit my leg and burned me in the middle of the night.
What's the water with?
You boil hot water and you put it in the Sunny D Simply orange juice thing,
Right.
and you rub it across the sheets, so
Oh,
the
the orange
sheets will
juice
get
bottle.
the bottle,
Okay,
so
okay.
Oh,
it'll
it makes
warm
the
the
blanket,
bed.
the warm
Right,
frost
right,
away,
where
okay.
it warm, which was cool. But he was like, "Keep it in the bed because the heat going off tonight." Because it's expensive, so he actually would allow
He's a
the heat.
chiropractor.
Child,
Keep your heat on.
child, no,
Because
he
he won't
didn't.
have no
He-
business if you-
right,
you keep your
because of that
bones
budget,
warm.
that one, and then he took a bath in the hot tub.
Oh.
Like took a bath, like with soap water and shaved. And I was like, cause like, hey, the hot tub that sits outside, not a hot tub in the house jacuzzi, a hot tub, like a hot tub, enjoy it, hot tub.
Run.
Yes. So I was on the phone like, oh my God, Mom, you would not believe what
Who
just
takes a full-grown adult
He
bath
sure
in a
did.
hot tub?
And invite friends over. I
To
was
get in
like,
the hot tub you took a bath in?
yeah. And I asked, I was like, did you? Because I saw him go out with a bowl. And I knew everybody was going to the hot tub, but I was like, what?
They take baths together?
What do you do? Everybody take a bath in a hot tub.
Together?
I don't know if they're all collectively together. He was out there by himself, and he came back clean shaven. And I was
In your
like,
bathroom?
they had 2 bathrooms. This is a nice home. I just couldn't do it. I wasn't.
Well, you know what?
You're gonna
With
be in the
them.
hot tub too.
When I met,
Right,
but see,
no.
when I met Virgil, he would not stay at my home. He said that we wasn't going to shack, we wasn't going to do it. He wanted a wife.
Okay.
So when you're looking to be found, you have to already be that wife.
Absolutely.
So when they find you, you be already in that place. But if you're not in that place, then they're
Yeah.
not. Because he even said when I made my dress, when I pulled up and got out the car, and he was like, "It's beautiful, but no woman of mine don't need to have a split that high." And me being who I am, I said, "Well, when you're buying my clothes,
And you can have a
then
split
you can
wherever
tell
you
me
want.
where to put
What
that
she
split."
said.
And he's been buying my clothes
Yes, he
ever
has.
since.
Right.
All right. How can people, we're going to take a break, but we're going to come and get some education, knowledge, and wisdom on child rearing as well as other aspects.
We need to know about your show. What's your show? When does
Yes.
it come on?
Oh, my show is, this is Linda Knight again with WDRB. My show is Real Rare Bloods, and we show every Friday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Excellent. Excellent. All right, family. Don't you dare unplant yourself from by this tree. Stay tuned. Yeah, don't unplant yourself. Don't.
Can a plant really unplant themselves?
If a hard wind come in,
Oh, Father
they
God.
may uproot it. Look, don't let no rabbits and poppums and moles pull up any of your roots. Stay right where you are.
You're
tuned in
to the Profit and Growth Hour
here on WDRB Media, the voice of the community.
Was that terrible?
Don't
Was it good?
unroot yourself.
Don't uproot yourself.
You dare do it.
You stay squatted right
Virgil,
there.
they don't make them like you
You
anymore.
got cousin, brother? Anybody been out of jail at least 6 months?
At least it's
I only have one brother, but he's married.
Is it happy though?
Yes, he is.
still joy. Don't try that online